Hi everybody, this is Janice and I'm back to create a layout or show you how I made the layout using this awesome Cricut Artbooking cartridge that I am having so much fun using. I am pretty much exclusively just using the cartridge just to show how versatile this is and that it is just one cartridge where you can get everything you need for your layout. Add a few little tools, embellishments, ink, stamps, and you can make something that is just really out of this world. So I'm very excited to share this with you. I am having an online gathering with Close to My Heart. I love the product so much, and I have so much of the product, but I'm really enjoying the stamps, and I want to add to my collection of the stamps that coordinate with the cartridges. And I'm interested in getting into that art philosophy one. And so I'm having this gathering. And if you link down to the bottom, you'll be able to go to the video that explains to you about the gathering and how you can be entered into a giveaway for a D-size stamp set that has all kinds of sentiments on it. So this is the last week though. This is Monday the 27th or something like that of January 2014, and it's only open till February 2nd. So let's get into this layout. What I have here, what I'm working with, is the overlay from this page here. Okay, yesterday I did a layout, a Christmas layout, and I oriented it this way. But today we're doing it this way. And I got some other pieces too from this layout. I got that little star and I cut it at the 11. I cut everything at the 11 except I'll explain about this title here, football. I did a few things to it, and I had a piece of paper that was 6 by 6 to cut it from, and it wasn't fitting, so I just made it a little bit smaller. On the Cricut Craft Room is what I use. And then I also cut this banner, and I cut the football from this page here. So those are my pieces, and I'll show you all that I did to them. So here we have the football word, and I cut it out 3 different times because I wanted to make this crazy dimensional embellishment that you could buy things like this in the stores, but again, it wouldn't be to the colors that you want. Let me back up by saying I use the papers are from this Close to My Heart collection called Pro Player. See it there at the top. And like I was explaining to you in the original video about the online gathering, everything in Close to My Heart matches all the colors, okay? So like if this says up here, which you can't see because I moved it, and my light is very bright here, so it's making a glare. There is here, it says Outdoor Denim. And guess what? They have an ink called Outdoor Denim. So you can coordinate everything. And there's other colors: black, Outdoor Denim, Pacifica, Ruby, Slate, Whisper. Those are all the inks that coordinate. That's great because you can get that real professional finish. Okay, so this is just one of the papers. That's what I cut the blue part out of. The red part was just Ruby cardstock that came in the kit. It all comes together. All of it matches. So you get double-sided designer or double-sided pattern paper. You get cardstocks so that you can create your pages and everything matches. So what I did to that, okay, so I cut, let me back up. So I cut out the word football 3 times. 2 times out of this Ruby cardstock and 1 time out of this pattern paper. Or yeah, the pattern paper. They call it background and texture. Background and texture. And then the little word flag there, because it is a flag football page, I just stamped these little letters onto a strip of paper, and then I cut them out, and then I stamped it with a stamp set here with gray. because I don't have that slate. So I used this one here. This one coordinates with Artiste, and it's called Perfect Fit Frames 2. That's this one. That's a D size. And so I used all these little corners here to use them as background stamps. So this one actually used the diagonal lines there, and I used the same thing with red ink on the red part. Okay, and you can see it doesn't fit perfectly, but it just gives it some, you know, some interest, like it's pattern paper. And I also cut off of the blue paper, I cut the word apart so that I could pop up certain ones. So it's 3 layers here. The first 2 Ruby football words are popped up, and then every other word is cut out and popped up to make this awesome dimensional piece. And then this I just glued onto there. Okay, and I used the barn door color, the barn red, because I don't have their new ruby color. And that's okay, it seems to coordinate pretty well. And then these pieces were just original pieces. I had some white paper from something else. I used the back of a scrap, and I stamped using some letters. They're close to my heart letters. They're not in a catalog anymore though. And so this is First Baptist Church of, oh, I did it wrong. It's First Baptist Church, Oviedo. Good thing I checked on that. I got to fix that. And then the date, 2013. And then the little banner, this one I just made just myself. Like I said, I stamped the letters. I used one of those perfect fit frame things, and I stamped it so that it would look like some kind of gray and white pattern paper. And then I just glued them to this twine. Okay, I just put glue on the very tops of them. Just glued it down, let it dry on my little craft sheet. Don't let me put this on the layout. I gotta make that again because it's wrong. All right, now onto the overlay. Oh wait, and then I have this too. So there's the star. I popped it up, and I used that glitter paper from DCWV in black. And then I have tons of brads. Oh my gosh, my collection is crazy. So I pulled those out so I could use them. And some more brads that I've had before. And I did the same thing. I popped this up. I cut it in blue in the Pacifica and in the ruby. And then of course the black glitter paper. And then I cut, oh, I forgot to add the pattern little triangle onto this one. Yeah, I did it already. So see, I stamped it again with that perfect fit frames, and that has to go right there. And these are just brads that I now have to pull it off here. Let's see if I could do it without taking the whole thing apart. Let's see, it's just a brad through there. And then this gets glued back here. Let's just put it back together, and then I'll just flip it up and, oh, now put it backwards. Okay, let's turn it around. And so now I have my own, very own, I like doing stuff like this. Now, you know, others might call that tedious. Oh my gosh, I will never do that. That takes too much work. And that's okay. You don't have to. You can do it however you like. You can cut all of this out of pattern paper. You could cut it out of white paper and spray it with inks. I mean, it's just the sky's the limit. You know, if you can dream to do it, then do it. Just have fun. I just put Netflix on and I do all the little tedious things while I watch my show that I'm hooked on right now. So there we go. So there are my embellishments. Okay, so let's put them aside so that I can grab them when I need them. Wait till you see how different this is going to look. Now here's what I did. Let me pull this whole thing over here. Oh, and I forgot the football too. There's the football. Okay, it won't zoom in. All right, so here's my overlay, and it is 12, was cut at 11, like I said, at relative dial size. And I put my photos in there, and I wanted to remember, so it'd be a little bit more efficient, remember what photo goes on where when I flip it upside down. I'm not going to pop this up this time. Last time, or maybe, did I decide I would? This is what I did. Okay, I might do it later. Yeah, I think I am, because I really like it like that. But this is what I did. I just put the dimensionals, and you know, I did it all over. Okay, so again, something else that's tedious, but it's definitely doable. Then what I did was I numbered every one of these. So like if the number 1 is here, that means it goes here. That's just my system. You can do it however you like. So here I sticky noted the photograph with the number 1, and now I know that that photo goes there, and I have to keep flipping it backwards or upside down or right side up, I guess, in this case. And this is what I use to trim out the picture. These are the little pieces that came out of here. See, so now what I did was I took my scissor and I just trimmed around it, left just a little smidge around. Does that make sense? So I'm going to put this down. And again, all this paper is from the Pro Player paper collection from Close to My Heart. Great paper, and it cuts nicely in the Cricut too. Very good weight to it. Okay, so now we know this one goes there. See that? Simple. And then this needs to be moved over just a little bit. Uh-oh, I'm ripping it. Let's leave it alone. How about that? We'll just leave that there, just like that. We won't be ripping any paper. And then number 2, it's hard to see because it's gray. Where is the number 2? There it is. It's right here. And that's photograph number 2. See, I labeled it. Number 3 is here. Number 4, I'm just going to go ahead and put all the adhesive on. And there's actually 6, so 5 is here. 6 is here. Okay, so number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. And then this whole thing, like I said already, I'm going to put dimensionals behind, and we're going